Yo, DK with another StarCraft campaign tutorial. I'm doing this because someone commented about how do you do recall and use nukes for an AI. So I'll do just that. Let's see here. Let me just turn on some kind of music. Alright, anyway, so I'm gonna go with the easier recall system. So there are several ways to do recall for the AI. So obviously you need an AI with an arbiter. You cannot use the hero arbiter, which is the anima, I believe. You have to use a regular arbiter. Right, and just pre-place that, whatever, it doesn't matter. Put a location where you want the AI to recall. In this case, as you can see, I put a recall location box here. And then another thing you have to do is obviously you gotta go to settings, and I'll have to add a screen again because it's pretty bad. But let me just add that screen real quick here, guys. Let's see. I think it's like this. Alright, so once you go to settings over here, this box shows up. Make sure you go to special abilities and click Protoss technology and have recall researched, as you can see. Press that OK, and then now we're ready to do the triggering here. And okay, well, it looks like this box is it this? Okay, let's remove that. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's kind of weird. Okay, remove that. Okay, and then let's go to the scenario trigger box. Then this shows up. I gotta keep manually adding the screen box. Go to player A because player A is the AI, and it's very simple. Like you can see from here, right here. Once at the start of the game, so elapsed scenario time is at least 0 game seconds, or you can put always like up here. I'm gonna get to these two boxes later, but at the start of the game, have the AI, use this trigger, which is actually cast recall as recall, which is the location box you see down here, and preserve trigger. What that basically is, it'll keep looping until forever. So it's gonna keep recalling and whatnot. So that's basically that. That's very straightforward. But you might be wondering, DK, I can't seem to find this AI nuke here trigger thing in the normal map editor. Well, that's because the normal map editor does not provide this. So you have to either load the trigger from like some other map that uses this trigger, or you just go directly into SCM Draft 2 and find that. In SCM Draft 2, this LAI nuke here is called cast recall, and then parentheses arbiter required. So that's basically what you use it. That's how you do recall. Pretty straightforward. And then another person mentioned like how to use nuke. Looks like this box showed again. I'll remove that. Okay, there we go. In order to do that, you need obviously a command center, this yellow command center here, and then a nuclear silo. And then you just make a location box called nuclear missile, whatever, as you can see here that I put. And have like a location box that has like a ghost here that will be created later. Or you can pre-place, doesn't matter. But I'm gonna create because I want the ghost to be invisible when the nuke is ready to be used. And you need the nuke point here, which is what I call nuke here. So what is this called? Yeah, nuke here. Okay, so basically in summary, you need 3 location box. Essentially you need 2, which is this, the location box of the nuclear silo building, and the actual nuke point, which is here. And now I'm ready to go back to the trigger box. So I gotta add this screen again, unfortunately. And okay, so go to player A. So very first thing you need to do is this box. I'm gonna highlight it here. This is blue. So what that basically does is, okay, hold on a real second. What basically that does is at the start of the game, which is always, you do the run AI script, and then you use this trigger here, Broodwar Terran Town A. What that basically does is it creates a nuclear. The AI generates a nuke. Yeah, a nuclear missile from that location box. From here, the AI generates a nuke missile. But before we even get to this, you have to make sure. Let's go to the unit and hero setting this time. I'm gonna have to close this box again, and I have to add this screen. So once you go to the unit and AI, just remember when you go to the special here, there is Vulture, Spider Mine, Nuclear Missile, and all that. Go to Nuclear Missile and make sure to alter the duration of the building time of the nuclear missile itself. Otherwise, you have to wait like a long time until the default time for the nuke to be finished, and then the AI will use the nuke. But in my case, I made it so that the nuke is prepared in like less than 10 seconds, or 5 seconds rather. Okay, that remove this box again, which is stupid. But so once you do that, once you alter the nuke missile time, building time. Let's go to trigger again. Let's go to player H here. So at the start of the game, run this AI script called Broodwar Terran to Town A at this nuclear cellular location box, which basically what this does is the AI will create a nuke, and then we go to over here, and I might have to remove this again as I thought, and then right here, this box here. So what I basically did was, if player 1, which is the human player, has no Terran civilians on the map, the AI will create a Terran ghost here, and I put like a special property which will make the AI basically like cloaked, and well, it will make the ghost unit, and then it will basically wait 1 second and then use that nuke missile there, which is pretty straightforward. So that's basically it. That's how you make an AI user. And just the important thing is these actions trigger boxes, the triggering. So these 3 things here. Again, if you pre-place the ghost unit, then you don't really need to do this, but that's, again, it's up to the player, the map maker, how he or she wants to do it. But in my case, I made a create trigger because I want the ghost to be invisible when this condition happens, and that's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. Just remember that in order to use the recall and nuke run AI scripts, you have to use a third-party map editor, like an SCM Draft 2 or StarForge, because you cannot find these scripts, AI scripts, from this regular map editor. So one thing you can do is you go to load trigger here and just find the trigger that you saved from a map that utilizes these triggers, and you can just port it back to your own map, and you can just basically do that. But well, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just show you how it's been done. So hopefully you guys can just look at it. Look at these right here. These 3 boxes. So these 3 boxes. This one down here, it explains how to do the recall. And these 2 boxes. This first box is how the AI makes the nuclear missile from the inside the nuclear silo. And this second trigger box shows like the AI actually having the ghost unit to use the nuke at this nuke here location box. So I hope that helps you out. I'm gonna start the StarCraft to show you what I'm talking about. So let's do that. I'll turn off StarCraft here. Alright. StarCraft, I feel like StarCraft is taking up a lot of CPU for some reason. Maybe that's just me. Or I have to close the map editor because for some reason you can't start StarCraft when the map editor is running. I don't know why. Ironically enough, you can use the StarCraft map editor when StarCraft, the game itself, is open. I don't know what's up with that, but alright, let's wait for this. Okay. Alright, let's go to my map, the Tutorial 2 map. Okay, my maps was this. Alright, so those trigger boxes that I showed will do exactly what I showed. And if you remember from my previous campaign tutorial map editor, I made a trigger so that if this SCB brings itself to this yellow beacon, I'll have the vision on the AI itself, which it will. I don't need to use black sheep wall. As you can see, there's an arbiter. This thing is, you know, recalling, preserve trigger, very straightforward. Just follow that trigger box that I did. And now our next one comes when we have to remove these civilians, then the AI will start using Nuke. So remember I said that on the trigger box, player 1 commands exactly 0 Terry civilian. So I need to just remove these civilians. So I'll just remove them right now, which I'm doing right now. And this is again another campaign map tutorial that I did. But if you bring a civilian, you have, what the hell? That just what? What happened? All right, let me restart. That doesn't look correct.
Yes.
Howdy. All right. What's up? Sure thing.
That's weird. I guess the location box is kind of screwed up for some reason.
Yes.
How y'all doing?
All right, no, I'll do the faster way.
You got it. Slam it.
Okay, right there, as you can see.
Nuclear launch detected.
I don't know why I did that. That was kind of buggy. So this is what's supposed to happen. See, you see this here? This Terran Ghost, it spawned itself, and then now it's using Nuke missile, and it's cloaked too. Okay, I'll redo this. I don't know why that happened, but
I read you. Howdy.
that is a very strange bug. That's not supposed to happen.
Sure thing.
I'm here.
How y'all doing? What's up? All right.
Maybe it's because I
Pay attention.
made a ghost unit? No, that doesn't sound right either.
Howdy.
But anyway,
I read you.
now that I have vision over yellow,
Call the shot.
once I kill these units, these Terran civilians should show over here. Here, there we go. Yeah, see, this is normal, guys.
Nuclear
This is
launch
normal.
detected.
I don't know what happened in my first attempt, but maybe it's because I should have probably something to do with the terrain here. But this is how it works. This is normal. So that's basically it, guys. I'll say using recoil is a lot easier. And you might be wondering, oh DK, how is that arbiter like keep using, you know, recall? It's because oh, what the heck? Don't know what that's all about, but I think it's because that's very strange indeed. But anyway, oh, it's because, you know why it's doing that, guys? Because I'm using the Broodwar AI script 2 thing, and it's trying to create like Terran ghosts like over here and stuff. But yeah, but that's an easier way to do it. So that Brood Wars 2 Town A script, it basically uses a trigger script where it generates a Terran ghost like somewhere in the map, and that's why it's doing that. But anyway, there's another way to do this, but I'll probably get to that later. But this is the faster and easier way to have an AI use a nuke missile. As for the recall, I set the recall energy to 1, and this is why this arbiter is able to constantly use recall like this. So that's basically it here, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, I'll gladly help. But I think it's about time I continue my custom campaign journey. So that'll be it for DK. Thanks for watching. And see you until next time. At least for the campaign tutorial thing.